Sydney.
Hello.
And we're just going to be chatting about the Noble brand and how it came to be, what it is, everything. And today we had a whole shoot day. We're in this beautiful space.
Yeah.
And we've never done a sit-down video together.
No.
I've never done a sit-down video for Noble. So here we are.
First for everything.
Yeah, I
Let's
know.
do it.
And it's like the perfect time because it's getting to be golden hour time.
Yeah.
So, you know, enjoy the view behind us as well. But yeah, we're going to start with what is the Noble brand?
Yeah, so Noble Brand is a luxury, non-toxic home fragrance company. All the things. We specialize in candles, reed diffusers, room mists, incense, you name it, we have it. Everything is handmade by myself and my mother right here in Los Angeles, and it's a labor of love. It really is.
And it all smells good.
Yeah, all the smell goods all the time.
Yep, all the time. My whole apartment, like you walk in and you're like everyone comes in and they're like, what's that smell? And it's literally all the candles just sitting together.
I love it.
And they're like, what is that? I'm like, I can't tell you one specific fragrance because they're all, how many candles of yours do I have now?
You should have by
3
now
collections?
15. Yeah, 3 collections.
Is that it?
Yeah,
That's all I
think so.
Feels like a lot more.
Yeah, because this month I didn't give you a new collection.
That's
why.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
So all those 15 fragrances together, just honestly, with 2 puppies, it's a dream.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
I keep saying one day I'm going to make a garbage can candle that's like comprised of every
I
single
want it.
fragrance that we have and blend it into one and see how it smells.
I want it. I will buy it. Because I don't think it could go really wrong.
I don't think so either.
Like, there's some bold fragrances, but it's not, like, they're not wild cards.
Right.
And they all can be blended together.
Yeah.
So.
And I think some are so mild that it might cancel out, you know, some of the other ones that are a little bit stronger or
That's
like
true.
more, you know,
It's
in
like
your
colors.
face. Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah, we love the Noble brand here. Oh, this is one that I actually had. What was the inspiration behind the company?
Oh yeah, so Noble Brand was inspired by my own personal self-love journey, kind of what that looked like, what it really meant, what it meant to be a woman, be a black woman, be a black person in the world, today, and what value I held and what spaces I could take up. And it was really me going on my own personal journey before Noble Brand became a thought. And it wasn't until I understood my own personal value that I could really appreciate other people's value, you know, and that whole saying of like RuPaul, how the hell you gonna love yourself if you can't love somebody else? Can I get an amen? We love RuPaul's Drag Race over here. But yeah, and that was pretty much the basis of it. And the minute I kind of understood my own power, it's like the world kind of went from like gray to color, and I was like, oh my goodness, like there's so many other people that aren't walking in their own power or don't even realize their own power. And they can't show up for the world because they don't even know how to show up for themselves.
Yeah.
And I truly attribute my journey to the practice of self-care in its entirety, not just the fluff, the you know, the masks, the baths, the wine, the whatever, but the hard work too, the unlearning the patterns, the healing traumas, the all of it, you know. And self-care was huge in my practice, and it really came down to, for me, where I felt safest in doing my own hard work was when my space felt safe, when my space felt cozy. And the thing that really topped that off was candles, was any type of aromatherapy. It made any space that I was in feel like home, you know, even if I wasn't home.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the inspiration behind it and where it was kind of birthed.
Okay. I don't know who can top that, but no, but I can tell. Like, even just coming into the brand and like not having much knowledge behind it. Like, I met you years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was still a teenager or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew you were a photographer, but like we had like a quick little chat, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think your mom was there, and but just seeing people come into like what they're meant to do,
Right.
and especially with like what you've been going through
Yeah.
after already having the brand, it's like, you know, things work in mysterious ways.
Yes, they do.
And they challenge you, but everything turns out how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And your heart is more in it now than I think it could ever be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is your baby, and
It is.
and everyone can tell you show up for it. So
Thank you. Thank you.
you know, we support it over here. What has the journey looked like up until now?
Oh my goodness. Up until
Because how old is Noble now?
the concept came about in 2016.
Okay.
And what a lot of people don't know, if they didn't know me personally, was that Noble Brand was a clothing line first. And back in 2016, my passion, or I was really into fashion. I wouldn't say my passion, but I was really into fashion. And I just knew I had this message of, you know, spreading self-love and self-care and understanding one's value and all of that. The message never changed, but the message was put out into the world through clothing. And after a while, my heart wasn't in it in that way. So I kind of took a pause, took a step back, and I ended up doing like a special launch where I did like some candles that matched this collection of like t-shirts that I had dropped, and the candles took off. Like, when I say they took off, they took off. And I was like, you know what, this is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it felt authentic, you know. It was like, I knew I wanted this message, but the vehicle that I was pushing it through wasn't where God or the universe, like,
It wasn't aligned.
in alignment, right? And so that was back in 2016, and we did the clothing for about a year and a half, and then I took a pause, and then I brought back Noble Brand full storm February 2019 as a candle company.
Oh, wow.
And we've been going ever since. And up until, oh man, I'd say about a year and a half ago, roughly, I was a one-woman show, did everything, did not have a team. When I say everything, I mean graphic design, website building, photography, production, like anything that was the Noble Brand. If you saw it, if you felt it, if you touched it, I created. I designed it, I made it, I shipped it, whatever. I sourced it. But then in January 2020, I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And that kind of just completely changed the trajectory of my life, what that kind of looked like. And so I was forced to ask for help sooner than I was ready to ask for help. From a pride standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint. You know, when you're making any type of big move, you have that like faith-based leap of like, okay, I don't know if I can financially afford this right now, but if I want this baby to grow, this is what needs to happen. And luckily, it's worked itself out.
Yeah.
In ways that I couldn't even have imagined. And now I have a team. I have you. And I have so many other people, even if they're not officially like on the team. I just have a village of people that believe in me, believe in the vision, believe in the brand, the message, and I'm just incredibly grateful. And so now it's no longer just me.
Yeah. That's a huge growth to do. Or like just getting to that point. And 2019 wasn't that long ago.
It was not that long ago.
And then when you think of COVID and like 2 years basically of just nothing happening.
Yeah.
And being a one-woman show, like that's a lot. It's a lot to have a business on your own anyway, but then going through a pandemic at the same time, trying to keep sales going, trying to whatever,
and
holiday season.
And then going through a health issue on top of that.
Which is not a normal health issue either.
Like I was diagnosed 2 months before lockdown.
Yeah.
So I was
That
diagnosed.
was kind of a blessing in disguise too, just because
Yeah.
it was like, you know what, we're gonna start your lockdown a little earlier.
Yeah.
But
Yep. But the lockdown allowed me to really pour into Noble Brand in a way that I probably wouldn't had the lockdown not happen,
yeah.
or had my health situation not happened. You know, it allowed me to go all in,
Yeah.
0 distractions, which is really cool.
Yeah. And to have something to focus on in that time too.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
it
people
became
don't.
cathartic. Yeah, for sure.
And you could tell that too. Just like, just the thought that goes into everything. Like, Sydney is genuinely like one of the most organized people ever. I thought I was organized, but I'm constantly texting her, hey, do you have this document? I lost it. So,
Allie's behind the camera like, yes.
yes.
Yes, she is. This woman knows how to make a mood board out the wazoo.
Pinterest
like-
is my best friend.
Yeah, but she's got it. She always has it. Shoot days, a breeze.
Thank
Like,
you.
yeah, even the truck, like, super simple.
Thank
She's like,
you.
no pressure. I was like, I love that. So next question, what are some of the perks people can expect when experiencing the Noble brand for the first time?
Yeah, so if you
So many.
It's so many different things. If you are a first timer, I always say start off with a discovery set, because with a discovery set you get 5 sample candles in a collection. So you get to experience an entire collection for the first time in a sample size.
And they're good. Like, the
Yeah.
size is good for a sample size.
They're 2 ounces, but they last for quite a bit of
They're
time.
pretty tall, because I feel like normally they're not that big.
Yeah.
They give you, like, actual tea light
Tea
size.
lights. Yeah, no, they're big. They're big for a sample. But yeah, the sample collection is the best place to start. Once you figure that out, I always say go to a full size. But if you're somebody who like doesn't necessarily have a single particular favorite fragrance, I say go for the Candle Club. Candle Club's where it's at, because you get a new scent every single month delivered to your door, and it's in this beautiful like black marble reusable vessel. It's gorge.
Yeah.
Love that one.
And it's got the weight to it. Easy to style.
Absolutely, it looks good in any space. But yeah, and then we have just tons of resources. We just launched the app.
Yeah,
We have an
literally
app.
just launched.
We literally just launched an app. So we have a mobile app. The mobile app has full shopping experience. It has some in-app exclusives. Like you can get this t-shirt on the app. You can't get it online. You can only get it on the app. We have some tote bags that are really cute. And then it's just full of resources. So we have ebooks. We have playlists that are like perfectly timed
I love the
to the length that you should be burning your candle. For people like me personally, I'll lose track of time in an instant. Like I'll light a candle, I'll go about my day, I'll do something around the house, and I'm just like, okay, 4 hours has gone by, I need to put this out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's easy.
But when I light the candle, I put on a playlist. By the time the playlist is over, I know 4 hours has passed. Time to put that sucker out, you know.
Especially when you're cleaning or working,
You know?
time just
Goes
passes.
by. Yeah.
And at night, I feel like at night it's like, please put out your candles at
Please
night. Please put them out.
Please do. Please do. Yeah. But yeah, so those are just some of all of the cool perks that we have. We have rewards programs. We have recycle programs.
And they're always changing. They're like, things are always coming in
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'm constantly like,
Updating.
how can I make our community's experience better? So I'm always revising, editing, tweaking, adding, you know.
And user friendly, so
Yeah.
everyone can access it. Which
Absolutely.
is really nice.
Yeah.
I love all of that. Yeah, I like that you offer everything, so it's almost like no excuse not to try it.
Right. Right.
And then the last question I have is, where do you see the Noble brand in the next 5 years?
The same but larger, on a larger scale. And when I say the same, I mean the core of the company,
Quality.
the ethics that we believe in, the quality of the products. You know, so often, and this is no shade, promise this is no shade, but so often you see as a company grows and scales, they sacrifice their ethics, they sacrifice their quality to cut a cost, and I truly believe that the core people that believe in you, that believe in your brand, that believe in your whatever, your business, they fell in love with you for a reason. And there's certain changes that will inevitably have to happen because you are scaling. But the core of the business, the ethics of the business, what we stand for as a brand, what I stand for as a person, those will always be forefront. They're values for a reason. You know, whether you have your personal values, those are your foundation. So,
Marley.
Those are your foundation, and so those things will never change. That's what I mean by the same but bigger.
Yeah.
But national retailers, more boutiques, small business. Yes. Oh, events. I was like, what did I say? I don't know what I said. But yeah, so we used to do events. We used to do full-blown experiences where people can really get their hands on what it's like to be behind the scenes of the Noble brand. So we used to do candle making bars and things like that. And I'd love to do more of that and make it an actual sub branch of the Noble brand, where if you have a birthday, you could hire us to have a candle making bar. If you had a wedding, you can hire us to make candles, you know, at your reception or whatever the case may be, because you know, so often people love those personalized souvenirs and things like that, but to truly get a feel for what it's like to get your hands on the making of, people are really into that.
Yeah.
And it connects you more with that brand, with that person, with that company, you know, and it really allows the outsider to appreciate a product too from a consumer standpoint.
Yep.
You know, so, and plus I just really like connecting with people.
Yeah.
And me personally, I'm a DIYer. Like I love a good
Same.
DIY project.
Same.
I love a Pinterest scroll. Like, oh, how can we, you know, make something renter friendly? Like I move into a new apartment, I'm like, okay, well, I don't like this black splash. Like, is there a peel and stick version or whatever? Like I'm constantly like, how can I make? What can I do?
I could be a little ambitious sometimes.
Yeah, you know.
With like making my own furniture.
Yeah. And then the last thing, in 5 years, I'd love to go mobile, have a mobile boutique. So we've done pop-ups, things like that in the past. We've partnered with an amazing company called Hustle Trucks, where they have a mobile boutique that you can rent out.
It's very nice.
It's really, really nice. But I'd love to have my own and do like little candle tours and just pop up in your favorite neighborhoods.
Yep.
And we can take that on the go. So those are some things that I definitely see within the next 5 years.
I love that.
Yeah.
Those are all of the questions. This is going to be on YouTube. So if you guys have any of your
YouTube.
own personal questions, put them in the comments, because we can always do more of these, or Sydney can sit down and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Come on. Love it, Allie.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.
The
Allie,
like.
you heard Allie.
Subscribe to stay up.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Allie,
And
get in here.
if you want to go the extra mile, turn on your post notifications.
We love a good post notification.
Allie was going,
Yeah, she's like, comment, subscribe.
Button. Yeah. Hit it. Wait to pull this out.
I was like,